on HD family? It's your boy D. Okay, today I'm gonna be talking to y'all because today I got in my feelings a little bit, but I'm gonna give y'all the story on how I pretty much got my daughter Anila pretty much in a custody battle. How did I win the custody battle and getting her? Alright, first of all, if this is your first time seeing our videos or being to the channel, make sure you go down over there and subscribe, and then hit the bell over there, and then after you hit the bell over there, then go back over there and hit the like button over there, and then you can scroll down, and then you can do a comment and leave whatever you want to leave. But back to what I was saying, yes, okay, my daughter is 4 years old, about to be 5 in November on the 16th. Her first, I want to say, I met her when she was 8 months old because I was in Arizona at the time when she was born. I ended up going out to Arizona and ended up getting arrested, so I was planning on coming back in time, but because of probation and all of that, I couldn't leave the state of Arizona, so I had to stay out there. Once I got out of probation, I came back. Blase, tried to work things out with her mom, did not work out. Long story short, I ended up meeting Hannah, as everybody know on the channel, and me and Hannah clicked instantly. We pretty much bonded from the first day, and it's like ever since then we just been literally together almost every day. But besides a few weeks or whatever for me working or whatever out of town, but other than that, we're together. When I'm home, we together. If I am working, I go to work, come back home. My daughter's mom did not like the fact that I was with him. I'm not gonna say no names. I'm not gonna, put nobody out there. But this is an educational video for anybody who is going through the same thing that I'm going through. But pretty much, her mom did not like the fact that I was with him. She didn't like the fact that I didn't want to be with her no more. So she pretty much got to the point where she was refusing me to see my daughter. So it got, I want to say, up to a year and a half of me not being able to see her. Okay, I jumped a whole bunch. Hold on, let me go back. For a while, she didn't want me to be with Hannah, but she was still cool with it. Like, she was playing along with it. She didn't start nothing. But what happened was, I guess my daughter went over there and called Hannah mommy in front of her. Ever since then, everything has been downhill. Which I can understand because of the fact I don't want at the time, I didn't want my daughter calling somebody else daddy, because I didn't understand the fact of, if she cared about somebody, that's how she's gonna react. She's a child, she don't know. But now thinking back on it, I do feel as if she was comfortable enough to call somebody else daddy, I'd be fine with it, as long as, he's doing his part and not trying to bring her mom and her down. I don't care about her mom, but when she's with her mom, I do care, because whatever her mom is going through, she's going through. So pretty much, after that whole situation, she pretty much got to the point where anytime Hannah was around, she would be pissed off. I would go pick my daughter up or try to pick her up. Hannah would be in the car. She would say I can't get her. You know what I mean? So then it got to the point where it went from I can't get her every week to I can't get her for like 2 weeks to now all of a sudden I can't get nobody on the phone. When I go to the house, nobody's answering the phone, or the door. So eventually I was just like, okay, my uncle ended up going through a lady out of St. Petersburg, Florida. And so I left Lake City, Florida, where I live, and went to St. Petersburg and paid the lady cash, and she pretty much helped me through the whole journey that I've been through. Yeah, she pretty much, when I got there, because she's in St. Petersburg, she did all of my paperwork. Literally, when I tell you everything, she did paperwork that I was gonna need in the future. If I had any problems, she was like, okay, well, if this happened, this is the paperwork for that. If this happens, this is what that is. She literally gave me a booklet about this damn thick of paperwork. All right, I'm back. Okay. I thought I heard somebody at the door scared the shit out of me. Not even gonna lie. But back to what I was saying. Where was I?
She gave you paperwork like this thick.
Boom. Thank you, camera girl. Okay. But yeah, she gave me a booklet about this thick of papers, and it literally had everything in there. So as I was going through the case, or going back and forth in court, I would call her and be like, hey, this happened in court. She said this, the judge said this, what do I need to do? Okay, look in the folder, it should be a packet that said this. And boom, there it is. It was like she had everything in advance. So I pretty much would just take the paperwork, put my signature on it, turn it in. That was it. That's all I had to do. I didn't have to do anything. And I didn't have to pay her every time I needed new paperwork. She did it. Even paperwork that she didn't send in the packet, in the booklet, she found, did it all, and sent it to me. Then it got to pretty much, I want to say, after a year of me not seeing her, and I got the paperwork and got everything started in court. The court system, it took, I want to say, about another year for me to even get in front of the judge, because we had to do parenting classes and a whole bunch of different stuff that you gotta do when you go through a custody situation. And my daughter's mom did not do anything. She wasn't complying with anything the court was saying. So we pretty much, with moms, they give the moms way more chances than they give the guys. It's not fair, but that's how the system is. So they gave her like 3 chances, and every chance they'd give her a chance, and then about 3 or 4 months would go by, and then I would get the second chance. But everything they sent to her, they sent to me, same thing, vice versa. So that way we pretty much was up to date on what was going on. So after that happened, the judge finally said, okay, well, we're gonna go ahead and have a court date. So he gave me a court date. He pretty much asked her why she wasn't doing anything, what was going on. Long story short, she didn't end up following what he ended up saying, and he granted me everything. So to anybody out there that's going through a situation like this, if you don't like the situation, even if it's something that's gonna make you look bad in court, do it if the judge asks you to, because if you try to ignore it, it's gonna make it worse on you and better on the other person. So whatever you do, even though you may think it's stupid, you may think you shouldn't have to go through it, do it just so that way it'll work in your favor. When you in front of the judge, do not show your ass. That has happened. You know what I mean? In mediation, they have you go through mediation to see if you can pretty much work things out without having to go in front of a judge. That did not happen either. It was all failed attempts, and pretty much the judge granted me everything that I asked for. I wish I would have asked for full custody. I'm not gonna get into real in-depth reasons what's going on over at her mom's house, because that's nobody's business. Her business is her business, but I think she needs to think about what's more important in life. And right now, in my life, I would say my daughter and my fiance is the most important things to me right now. So the fact that I feel like she doesn't think the same way, she would rather think otherwise. I'm not gonna say how she thinks, but that's what caused her to end up losing pretty much 90% of her rights, because she has no more say. I am the primary parent. There is nothing that she can do. Everything she wants to do or has to do, or really she don't have anything to do but her visitation rights. Anything that she wants to do, school, academics, you know, taking her places, she has to ask me and get my permission. I hate it to be like that, but you know what I mean. I had to do what I had to do in order to be in my daughter's life. My dad wasn't in my life, and I always said that I wasn't gonna treat my kids that way. Even if, you know, we don't get along, I'm gonna be there. She gonna always know, you know what I mean, that I was around. Daddy lived in the house with me the whole time. Daddy raised me, you know what I'm saying? That's how I want it to be, period. So, pretty much, yeah, I done got to the point where I get her Monday through Friday. Her mom get her on the weekend. We have had a little bit of issues with that whole scheduling, so I'm in the process of going back to I'm hoping to get full custody, because there's a lot of things that's going on at mom's house that should not be going on. A child should not see, a child should not have stories about things in detail. So, you know, like some things you can't listen to a child, because, you know, kids speak, they'll just talk and, you know, just say certain things just to say it, or because they heard somebody else say it. But vivid details you can't make up. A child isn't gonna, you know, make that up. And then different stories that if you listen to the whole thing, it actually makes sense, you know what I mean? And it's like, it's just a lot of bad things going on. So we in the process of going back and seeing about what happens after that. I don't know yet. I put the paperwork in, haven't heard from the judge, haven't got a court date, so that's what we waiting on. But even though I have got her, I'm still fighting and I'm still doing what I got to do. Yes, money is very involved. If you don't have, you know, a good job or something like that, I advise you before you go down this road to get one and to try to get you a good lawyer, because that's the only way you really going. As a male, trying to fight against a woman, even though my daughter's mom put up no type of fight whatsoever, she kind of pretty much let everything happen. No, literally, it was probably the easiest case the judge had, because she didn't have no type of nothing, really, nothing against me, nothing that she could use negatively against me. Okay, goodness. So, anybody that's going through anything like this, keep your head up, just be patient. I wanted to give up, but because of the people in my corner that was in my ear, they wouldn't allow me to give up, even though I really wanted to give up. I really wanted to do some things that would probably end up in jail. But yeah, that was the story of how I pretty much ended up with custody of Anila. The reason I'm not staring into the light right now or into the camera and looking at y'all too much is because this flash is so bright. And it's like, it's really blinding me. I'm seeing red splotches everywhere. So, but I hope y'all have a good night. As y'all see, it's 1:42 in the morning. I just got through working out, so I figure I'd do a little quick video on, you know, how I ended up with custody of my daughter. Even though it's not full custody, I still got custody. I'm still her primary parent. Can't nobody tell me what to do with her. Anybody want to do something, they gotta ask me. Even her mom. It is what it is. She don't like it. Honestly, I wish she was more mature and more of an adult and would allow or would help me raise her, you know, so that way she would have a good life on both sides of the family. But as I see it, things don't work that way all the time. So it is what it is. I raise her by myself if I have to, which I'm not raising her by myself because Hannah helps me out more than anything. And heck, you might as well say Hannah raised both of us. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, but it's cool. But it's your boy D with HD Family. Y'all have a good night. I'm about to go to sleep. Like I say, hit the subscribe button, hit the post notification, like, comment, and I'll see you on the next video.